City in Sioux Center, Iowa, we get set for Great Plains Athletic Conference basketball. The Sioux County rivalry renewed between the Dordt Defenders and the Northwestern Red Raiders. We start things off with a women's contest. That'll begin at about 6 o'clock, a little over 10 minutes from now, and we will close things down with a men's contest. That will begin at approximately 7:45 this evening. First up, though, the Dordt versus Northwestern women's contest. The Dordt Defenders enter today's contest unbeaten, 8-0 in the overall, 3-0 in the conference, while the Red Raiders are 5-2 overall and 2-1 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Dordt, Briarcliff, and Concordia are all 3-0 in league play. Northwestern, Doane, and Dakota Wesleyan are all 2-1. Morningside, Jamestown, and Hastings 1-2, and Midland is still looking for their first win in conference play. They stand 0-3. Dordt, Briarcliff, and Concordia also undefeated overall. Briarcliff and Concordia both in the top 10 of the NAI national ratings, along with Dordt at number 2, and Briarcliff and Concordia both in the top 10 of that most recent polling released earlier today. Let's take a 2-minute break, and when we are back, we'll take a closer look. We'll have the tale of the tape between Dordt and Northwestern. Great Plains Athletic Conference women's basketball right after this 2-minute timeout.
Hi, my name is Lynn Marie Tremolian.
My name is Tyler Vanderwoon.
Hi, my name is Noah Zylstra. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
I'm from Pella, Iowa.
And I'm from Springfield, Kentucky.
One of my favorite things about the Dordt Media Network is being able to go to various Dordt sporting events throughout the year.
My favorite part of the Dordt Media Network is being able to produce a quality live stream for people to watch at home.
Thanks for watching the Dordt Media Network.
And you're watching Dordt Media Network.
Thanks for watching the Dordt Media Network.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym. Here's how things look for tonight around the conference. First of all, College of St. Mary is at Mount Marty in women's play. Concordia is at Midland. Jamestown is at Dakota Wesleyan. Briarcliff visits Morningside. And Doane is at Hastings. Let's take a closer look at Northwestern. They come in 2-1 in the conference, 5-2 overall. They have losses this year. They've lost to Concordia 77-69 and Mayville State 87-81 since their season opening win over Indiana Northwest. Raiders have scored at least 72 or more points and have scored over 80 points twice. Northwestern has held teams to less than 54 points on 3 different occasions. Northwestern is outscoring teams 75-65. They're out rebounding teams 43-31. Opponents are making 6.7 three-point shots per game. Northwestern is converting 4.5, so advantage opponents. Field goal percentages, 44-41, 44 for the Red Raiders, 41 for opponents, advantage Northwestern. Three-point shooting percentage, 31-26, advantage opponents. And turnovers per game, opponents 17, Northwestern 16. So Northwestern 1 to the good in terms of turnovers per game. Molly Shaney leads this team with 19.9 points per game. She is a senior from Emmitsburg, Iowa, averaging 8.3 rebounds per game to go along with those 19.9 points per contest. Haley Anderson is at 12.7 points per game. Maddie Jones is at 9 points per contest. Northwestern is coached by Kristen Rotert. She is in her 3rd season as head coach at Northwestern. As we continue on with a look at things on the Wireless World pregame show, the Dordt Defenders are 8-0 overall, 3-0 in the conference. Dordt has scored at least 80 points or more in all of its games. Defenders' closest game was an 86-79 win over Indiana University Northwest back on November the 4th. Dordt's conference wins are over Mount Marty, Midland, and Morningside. By the numbers, points per game, Dordt has outscored teams 86-56. Rebounds per game, Dordt 52, opponents 33. Three-pointers per game, Dordt 7.7, opponents 5.1. Three-point shooting percentage, 33-27, advantage Dordt. Field goal percentage, 44-36, advantage Dordt. Opponents have turned it over 22 times per game. Dordt has turned it over 15 times per outing. Key players for the Defenders: Carly Gustafson, 12.5 points, 7.1 rebounds per game. Bailey Beckman, 14.1 points per game. She has 16 made three-pointers. Janie Schoenhoven, 10.5 points per game. Macy Sievers, 9.9. Hayden Hymanson, 6.8. Faith Van Holland, 7.0. Gracie Schoenhoven, 8.9 points per game. Bailey Beckman, 191 made three-pointers in her career. She makes two tonight. She will be the all-time three-point shooting leader at Dordt University in women's basketball play. Carly Gustafson also third in all-time in scoring at 16-16. She's still a little bit shy of moving into the second slot. Northwestern leads this series since 1975, 81-23. Teams have split the last four games in the series. Northwestern won the most recent outing in Orange City, 58-48, in a wild, low-scoring affair. It was just an odd outing, if I remember correctly. Bailey Beckman, 13 points. For Dordt, Hayden Hymanson, 10. For Morningside, Maddie Jones and Molly Shaney had 19 points apiece. Most recently, Dordt beat Morningside 90-52 on Tuesday night. Bailey Beckman had 23, Macy Sievers 19 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. Janie Schoenhoven had 12 points, 7 rebounds. Gracie Schoenhoven scored 14 points with 4 rebounds and 4 steals. For Northwestern, they beat Jamestown 72-70 in Orange City. Northwestern scored the game winner on a three-point shot by reserve Lexi Van Kickericks with 3 seconds remaining. Northwestern was 26 of 54 from the field and 8 for 20 from the three-point arc. Northwestern was out-rebounded 39-25, took 9 fewer shots from the field in securing the win. Anderson scored 17 points. Molly Shaney had 14 points with 4 rebounds. Here's your probable starting lineup. We begin with the Northwestern Red Raiders. They will start in all likelihood number 4, Maddie Jones, a 5'6 graduate student from Twin Lakes, Iowa, averaging 9 points per game. Hallie Anderson is number 11. She is a 5'6 junior from St. Ansgar, Iowa, averaging 12.7 points per outing. Number 20 is Kaden Davis. She's a 5'7 senior from Buffalo, Wyoming, averaging 8.6 points per game. Emily Terwee is number 32. She is a freshman from Larchwood, Iowa. She is 6 feet tall, averages 7.3 points per game. And Molly Shaney is a 6'1 senior from Emmitsburg, Iowa, averaging 19.9 points per game. For the Dordt Defenders and Coach Bill Harmson, they will in all likelihood start number 10, Macy Sievers, a 5'8 sophomore from Storm Lake, averaging 9.9 points per game. Number 13 is Bailey Beckman, a 5'5 senior from Panora, Iowa, averaging 14.1 points per outing. Number 30 is Carly Gustafson. She's a 5'11 graduate student from Ethan, South Dakota, averaging 12.5 points per game. Number 32 is Faith Van Holland, a 5'8 senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, averaging 7 points per outing. And number 35 is Janie Schoenhoven. She's a 5'10 junior from Hospers, Iowa, averaging 10.5 points per game. There you have the Wireless World pregame show. You're listening to Dordt basketball on KIHK and watching on the Dordt Media Network. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we will be back with the opening tap of tonight's contest, Dordt versus Northwestern. Great Plains Athletic Conference women's and men's basketball. We start with a women's contest right after this 3-minute timeout. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
Special thanks to all our Dordt Media Network sponsors. Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Van Engelenhoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency throughout Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelenhoven Agency Sioux Center advisors Mark Holsoff or Lisa Dykstra.
This live stream broadcast brought to you by Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center, your source for quality automotive parts for your car or truck. Let them use their knowledge to help you find the right vehicle battery, brakes, filters, headlights, wipers, and other parts needed to get your job done. Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. Earlier today, Great Plains Athletic Conference volleyball teams involved in the NAIA National Championship at the opening round of pool play, and it was Northwestern defeating St. Ambrose 3-1. They'll now have tomorrow off, and they'll resume play on Friday against Bellevue, trying to get out of pool play. And the Concordia Bulldogs 3-0 winners over Montana Western earlier today. They as well will have tomorrow off. They will pick up play on Friday as well in the resumption of pool play. You're listening to KIHK, Sioux Center, Rock Valley, and watching the Dordt Media Network. Glad to have you along with me on this Wednesday evening and rivalry night in the conference. You've got some long-standing rivalries playing out. Doan is at Hastings. Briarcliff is at Morningside. Jamestown is at Dakota Wesleyan. If you wanted the rivalry piece of that, you'd probably have Mount Marty at Dakota Wesleyan. Concordia is at Midland, and Northwestern is at Dordt. So on one of the early Wednesday evenings in conference play, we get into some significant matchups this evening, and we'll keep you up to speed on what is happening in all of those contests as the night progresses. Dordt defenders in their home white jerseys, and they are decked out with black numbers and lettering. Opening tap is up and controlled by Northwestern, and Northwestern will secure the basketball and will bring things into the front court. So Northwestern with the basketball, first possession of the contest. They go high post to Shaney, guarded there by Schoenhoven. Pass goes right side. This is Anderson. Anderson spots up, 17-footer off the heel, no good. Rebound taken away by Macy Sievers. Dordt off and running. Sievers with the basketball up the floor, angles off to the left-hand side with it on the wing. Now brings it back to the top of the key. Sievers at the free throw line, stops, throws it into the corner. Van Hollen, three off the mark, no good, too strong. And the rebound is controlled by Northwestern. Northwestern with the basketball, so both teams with early misses. And the defenders on defense now. Man-to-man defense applied by Dordt. Pass goes over to Davis. Davis to Shaney. Shaney gives left side over to Jones. Jones with the basketball, has a lane, picks it up, passes right side back over to Anderson. 10 to shoot, shot in the paint, no good. Rebound tapped out, controlled by Sievers. Dordt on a 2-on-1 break. Sievers on the run. Sievers drops it off. Beckman layup, good. Bailey Beckman with a 2-point bucket off the give from Macy Sievers, and Northwestern has the basketball trailing 2-0. They throw it down to Shaney. Shaney tries to go to work, passes out to the wing Davis, and it goes off of Davis's hands and out of bounds. It'll be Dordt basketball. So Gustafson to throw it in for the defenders. Gustafson gets it into Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers has it on the right-hand side. Sievers on the wing, directing traffic, gets a pick from Gustafson all the way down to the baseline, gives it up Schoenhoven, spots up 17-footer, left it short, no good, and the rebound is controlled by Emily Terwee. Terwee, the freshman from Larchwood for Northwestern. She passes left side, they get it over to Davis. Davis throws it down to Shaney. Shaney against Schoenhoven. Shaney into the paint, and her shot is no good. A foul on the play, though, and Shaney will go to the free throw line. Bailey Beckman picks up foul number 1 in the process. So Shaney to the free throw line. She will shoot 2. First free throw on the way for the senior from Emmetsburg is up and good. She is an 81% free throw shooter. She is tops on the team in terms of number of free throws shot and made, 34 of 42 so far. And she makes both of them and ties the score at 2-2. 2-2 score. Shaney coming off a 14-point performance against Jamestown. With it right side, they go to Sievers. Sievers, Gustafson shows it down to the block. Double team, kicks it out. Sievers short on the 3. Rebound controlled by Northwestern. Coming up with it is Molly Shaney. Dordt showing full court pressuring defense off of the mess. Pass goes into Davis. Davis up the floor with it on the left-hand side. Davis, and we've got a foul called away from the ball. That's going to be a moving screen called on Emily Terwee. Terwee whistled for the personal foul. That's number 1 on her. Team foul number 1 on Northwestern as well. We're tied 2-2. 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the contest. Sievers with the basketball across half court. Sievers gets a screen, drives into the left hand, can't stop her, layup good. Macy Sievers with a 2-point bucket as she got a screen out front, and then nobody picked her up. Nobody stopped the ball. Pass into the front court, and it's tapped away by Dordt. Haley Anderson, the intended receiver on that play. Faith Van Holland and Carly Gustafson check out. Hayden Hymanson and Gracie Schoenhoven check in. Dordt leading 4-2, 7:35 left to go, first quarter. Throw it into the corner, nothing there. Coming out with it is Anderson. Anderson to the elbow, tries to cross over, nothing. She gives it up, back out front to Davis. Davis comes right side to Jones. Jones with it. Jones dribbling out front, gives to Shaney. Shaney left-hand side to Anderson. Jumper on the way from the wing by Terwee is good. Emily Terwee ties it at 4-4. Sievers all the way the other way. The defense collapses on her. Pass comes out front. Janie Schoenhoven. Janie back out front to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. You've got Janie and Gracie Schoenhoven playing together right now. Beckman on the move, and her pull-up jumper as she has it stripped on the way up. Rebound controlled by Anderson, or the steal. Now here's Anderson with the drive into the paint. Her layup is good. Haley Anderson makes it 6-4 Northwestern. Back the other way, Schoenhoven and Gracie unable to finish. Here comes Northwestern. Red Raiders have it. Anderson. Anderson goes right side. Three-pointer on the way by Jones is good. Northwestern leads 9-4. 7 unanswered by Northwestern. Beckman comes right side. Schoenhoven back to Bailey. Bailey with it on the right-hand side. Bailey Beckman back over to Sievers. Sievers 3, left it short, no good. Rebound Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven up strong with the put back. And she stops the 7-0 run. Pass over the top to Shaney. Shaney layup with the right hand good, and that's a rare opportunity where Dordt beaten down the floor. Coming back the other way, Sievers. Sievers on the wing. Macy Sievers with the basketball, the sophomore from Storm Lake. Pass comes right side, Schoenhoven, and we've got a foul called away from the ball. That's going to be on Maddie Jones. Jones called for the foul. That's number 2 on Northwestern. Foul number 1 against Jones. Beckman and Sievers check out of the ball game. And you've got Gustafson, Van Holland, and Nielsen all coming onto the floor at the same time. So you've got Janie Schoenhoven checking out as well. Gracie Schoenhoven stays on the floor, along with Hayden Hymanson. Those are the 5 for Dordt. Van Holland on the move. Stops. Down on the block. Back out front, Macy Nielsen. 10 to shoot for the defenders. Down 5. Nielsen tries to pass it off, and it's taken away. Gustafson stayed on the elbow, and instead the pass went into the paint. Driving left-hand side, Anderson. Anderson gives it up, and on the move was Neerum, and Neerum is fouled on the play. Mara Neerum looked like she might have traveled with it. Got a running start with that one. No call made, though, so she'll go to the free throw line, and she will shoot 2 free throws. Watched a high school game last night. That would have gotten called in the high school game. College game, you're given a little bit more leeway. Neerum, free throw, good. Neerum with another free throw coming. It's 12-6, pending another free throw. Neerum, a 67% free throw shooter. She's from Edgerton. She makes them both. And Northwestern leads 13-6. Dordt looking to find their stride yet. Haven't knocked down the outside shot up to this point. Had some uncharacteristic turnovers early. Here's Van Hollen. Van Hollen puts it up, blocked by Shaney. Rebound Northwestern. Here comes Northwestern on Davis. Davis driving, puts it up with the left hand, scoops it up and good. Caden Davis with a 2-point bucket. She's the 6th different player to score for Northwestern. And Northwestern grabs a 15-6 lead. Timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
In the middle of America, you'll find a city that has it all, giving all it has, where the next chapter of our story is being written by a new generation, bold in their vision, to create a city in the middle of everything, where everyone is welcome, to watch their dreams take flight and come to life through family, friends, and faith, where our streets are safe, business is strong, and our future is bright. Sioux Center, live life in the middle of everything.
15-6 our score. The defenders trailing by 9 in the early going. Northwestern right now having their way on the offensive end. Northwestern currently shooting 71% from the floor. Zone defense applied here by Northwestern. Now looks like they might be into a man, and we've got an offensive foul called on Gracie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven whistled for a foul out front, and Gracie has just picked up foul number 2 in the process. She'll check out of the ball game. Macy Sievers will check in. 4:58 left to play here in the first quarter. Northwestern with the lead and the basketball. Bringing it into the front court is Anderson. Anderson, Neerum. Neerum left side. Back to Anderson. Anderson shot in the paint, no good. And the rebound is taken away by Macy Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers up the floor. Held out front. Now picks it up. Pass down in the post. Gustafson shows it. Spins. Puts it up with the left hand. Good. Carly Gustafson with a 2-point bucket. Dordt trails 15-8. Northwestern basketball, right side Anderson. Throw it down into the post is Shaney. Shaney on the right side. Shaney dumps it inside to Neerum. Neerum shot blocked by Van Hollen. Rebound, Sievers. Sievers looking up the floor. Doesn't have anyone open. Still dribbling. Pass back to Gustafson. Gustafson thinks about the 3. Instead spins into the lane. Puts it up with the left hand, and it's short, no good, and the rebound is controlled by Northwestern. Red Raider basketball, Anderson. Anderson with it on the left wing. Anderson comes back out front, Neerum. Neerum down to the baseline, and the reverse layup, no good. Rebound taken away by Gustafson. Outlets over to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers has it tipped away from behind. It'll be Dordt basketball after the tap out by the Red Raiders. Macy Sievers was bringing the ball up the floor and had it tipped away from behind. And Sievers will now throw it in left side of the lane as we face the hoop. They give it to Hymanson. Hymanson on the wing, 20 to shoot. Hymanson, right side Van Hollen. Van Hollen steps into the paint. Her shot, wild shot, no good. And the rebound taken away by Northwestern. Northwestern with the basketball quickly up the floor is Jones. Jones, kick out pass, triple on the way, in and out, no good. Rebound Shaney. Shaney against Gustafson, off the glass from straight on, good. Not sure if Shaney planned it that way, but it works out. Dordt trailing by 9 again, 17-8. 17-8, Gustafson on the right elbow. Gustafson shows it. She'll put up the 15-footer and rolls it in. Carly Gustafson with a 2-point bucket. Dordt trails 17-10. If you're Dordt, you need a stop. Northwestern 50% from the floor up to this point. Dordt 38.5. Dordt's 0 of 3 on long-range shots. with the basketball, Maddie Jones. Jones with it out front. Jones with the dribble. She passes left side to Neerum. Neerum throws it into the paint. Shaney. Shaney trying to cross over, and Shaney fading away. Good. Molly Shaney with 8 points in the first quarter. And the defenders trail 19-10. Didn't get the stop they wanted that time. Here's Sievers. Sievers driving in with the right hand. Short-armed it, no good. And the rebound is cleared by Northwestern. Northwestern bringing the basketball up, leading 19-10 with a chance at their biggest lead of the ballgame so far. Out front is Jones. Jones throws it into the corner, Neerum. Neerum with a basketball. Neerum, Shaney. Shaney. This is Wobeg. Wobeg. Back right side, Jones. Jones, 7 to shoot, now 6. Dribbling with the left hand, throws it into the corner, 1 to shoot, and they're going to have a shot clock violation as they threw it back to Maddie Jones, spotting up in the corner, and the ball goes out of bounds. Shot clock violation. It'll be Dordt basketball. Dordt will inbound the basketball. Throwing it in will be Bailey Beckman. The defenders trailing 19-10. 1:59 left to play, first quarter. Sievers with it, right side Beckman. Beckman with it out front. Bailey picks up her dribble, comes back right side. Caparis, Eliana Caparis into the game at the last break. Pull-up jumper, not good that time by Beckman. Kick-out pass, Beckman, 3, good. Bailey Beckman with the 3-point bucket. She's got 5, and the defenders lead 19-13. Trail, I should say, 19-13. Beg your pardon. Wishful thinking if you're a Dordt fan. Pass it into the post. Jones. Jones gives it up. Shot close in. Terwee. Terwee, short jumper, good. She's got 4. Dordt trails by 7, 21-14. Cross-court pass. Nielsen spots up. Rainbow 3 off the mark, no good. And the rebound taken away by Northwestern. Northwestern up and running, and count the hoop, and a foul called. Acacia Dutcher with the 2-point bucket, and she is fouled on the play by Macy Sievers. That's foul number 1 on Macy. And Northwestern a 23-13 lead at the moment, and a chance at they are currently at their biggest lead of the ball game. And an opportunity to extend it. 10-point lead. This is the first time they've been up 10, and they make that free throw. 24-13, defenders down 11. Well, the defenders with some work to do over the next 31 minutes. Sievers for the basketball. That's one thing, though, with the shot clock. You got to keep putting shots up. Down to the baseline is Sievers. Back out front, Nielsen. She'll let it fly. 3 short, no good. And the rebound is tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Northwestern. By Dordt, I should say. It'll be Northwestern basketball. Thought maybe the Northwestern defensive player came in late and tapped it away. The official, Leanne Hall, did not see it that way. Signaled it was Northwestern basketball immediately. And Northwestern gets the ball across the timeline against the pressure defense by Dordt. Northwestern with an opportunity to expand the lead even further, leading 24-13. Left side pass is Anderson. Anderson with it on the wing. Anderson gives it up out front to Neerum. Throw it right wing. Northwestern basketball, 9 to shoot. And we have a carry called on Northwestern's Anderson. 24-13. Dordt with an 11-point deficit, and they have it, and they can hold for the final shot if they wish. Jump ball arrow points to Dordt as well, so they'll get it at the beginning of the second quarter. Pass goes left side, Nielsen, 9-8, 7 with it. This is Sievers. Sievers beyond the three-point arc from the wing, missed it, no good. And that's the end of the first quarter. Our score, Northwestern 24, Dordt 13. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with the second quarter of action from Sioux Center right after this 2-minute timeout. Today's broadcast is brought to you by New Tech. They're your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, ag, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with New Tech. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Looking for top-notch rental equipment? Look no further than Rental in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928.
Thanks to these Dordt Media Network sponsors, Ski Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether building or replacing, we have the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski Bout and see the difference. Ski Bout Window and Door.
Thanks to M&H True Value. Behind every project is a true value. Start right, start here. M&H True Value.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection. Connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Turnovers, Dordt's committed 3 turnovers. Northwestern has committed 4 turnovers. 24-13, the defenders leading by 11, trailing by 11. And Carly Gustafson gets the ball inbounded. With it is Macy Sievers. Sievers with it right-hand side over to Bailey. Beckman with it on the wing. Bailey goes to Gustafson. Gustafson in the corner. Goes back out front for Sievers, and it's poked away. Coming up with it is Maddie Jones. Jones driving in with the right hand, lays it up good. She's got 5. 26-13, defenders down 13, so it's been all Northwestern up to this point. Sievers with the basketball on the left-hand side. Sievers with it down to the corner. Picks up her dribble. Comes back over to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven to Beckman. Beckman with it. Beckman 15-footer off the heel. Too strong. No good. Rebound Gustafson. Gustafson to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman driving in. Lays it up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. But the rebound Schoenhoven shot no good. Rebound Schoenhoven again. This one is good. Janie Schoenhoven with a putback. And the lid is on the bucket pretty tight on the Dordt end of the floor, it seems. Need to loosen up just a little bit. With it, drive right side. It goes over to Maddie Jones. Jones with it. Jones comes back over to Sievers. Sievers gives it up to Gustafson. Gustafson back over to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven with it at the top of the key. Driving in right-hand side. Lays it up with the right hand. Missed it. No good. Here comes Northwestern. Jones with the basketball. Jones gives it up, and it goes right-hand side to Caden Davis. And with it on the right-hand side, here comes Northwestern. This is Jones. Jones with it. Jones has it out front. Comes back to Shaney. Shaney with it at the top of the key. Shaney goes back over to Terwee. Terwee against Schoenhoven, and Schoenhoven blocks the shot, but she's going to be called for a foul. So Schoenhoven whistled for the personal foul. That's foul number 1 on her. Team foul number 1 on the defenders in this period. And Northwestern will go to the free throw line with Terwee. Terwee to shoot 2 free throws. And Terwee gets the first one. 30-15 and now 31-15. So Northwestern extending the lead. And the defenders, they need to regroup quickly. With it, Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven, Gustafson. Gustafson with it against Terwee. Throws it into the corner. Hymanson. Hymanson 3, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Terwee. Terwee in the backcourt. Terwee gets it away to Anderson. Anderson with the basketball on the left-hand side. Anderson with it. She goes to Shaney. Shaney spins her shot, short-armed it, no good. A rebound taken away by Schoenhoven over to Hymanson. Hymanson up the floor, it goes left side to Nielsen. Nielsen with the basketball on the left wing. Nielsen with it. Nielsen has it back over to Gustafson. 17-footer skips in and out, no good. And the defenders sub 30% right now from the floor, and they've been good shots. With the right-hand side is Jones. Jones with the basketball, throws it into Terwee. Terween, nothing there. Throws it back out to the perimeter. This is Anderson. Anderson tests the waters with a left hand, floats it up good. Haley Anderson with 4, and the defenders trail 33-15. It's been all Northwestern so far, mainly with Dordt just struggling to hit shots from the floor. Schoenhoven, back it goes Gustafson. Gustafson drives in. Her shot left hand, no good, but she is fouled. So Carly Gustafson will go to the free throw line. And Gustafson will shoot 2 free throws. So Carly Gustafson shooting a pair. Defenders trailing 33-15. They've been outscored 9-2 to start this period. So not the recipe for success here in the second period that you're hoping. The defenders would be able to regroup at the quarter. They were down 11, but the lead has grown. Here's the first free throw, up and good. Another one on the way. Gustafson shooting a pair, makes the first one, has a second one coming. This one's up and good as well. Gustafson makes both. And the defenders trail by 16, 33-17. 6:50 left to play. First half, Northwestern basketball in the backcourt. This is Dutcher. Dutcher's pass, cross court, controlled. Neerum. Neerum goes left side back to Dutcher. Dutcher puts up a 3, short, no good, but a rebound cleared by Northwestern. And Shaney, they go underneath, and Neerum with the 2-point bucket. She's got 4, and the defenders trail 35-17, but answering on the other end on a run out was Gracie Schoenhoven, her first field goal. And the defenders trail 35-19. Ball is loose, picked up by Harrison, scoops it up with the left hand, good. Liv Harrison with a 2-point bucket, and the defenders trail 35-21. Another steal for the defenders, layup, Sievers. Macy Sievers with the 2-point bucket, and the Dordt defenders 6 unanswered, and they trail it now 35-23. And the defenders force Northwestern to use a timeout. Timeout on the floor, charged to Northwestern, 6:04 remaining. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Get ready to power up your projects with equipment rentals from Rental. From heavy-duty machinery to the latest power tools, they've got the gear to make your project a success. Visit them online at rental.com or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast is brought to you by NewTek. At NewTek, they don't just sell equipment, they deliver performance, reliability, and innovation. Their team of experts is there to guide you every step of the way, ensuring you find the perfect equipment for your needs.
Minutes a game. Well, the defender defensive pressure paying some dividends as they got 6 unanswered. Now they trail 35-23. Northwestern basketball in the backcourt. They throw it towards midcourt, and coming up with it is Anderson. Anderson with the basketball. Dordt working for a trap. Comes back out front to Davis. Davis down to the block. Davis with the basketball. Davis on the right-hand side. Scoops it up. She passes back over to Anderson. Anderson with it. Anderson picks up the dribble. Anderson comes back over to Neerum. 10 to shoot for Northwestern. Pass goes right side. Trying to answer with a 3, and they do. Caden Davis knocks down the 3. 38-23, defenders down by 15. Sievers with the basketball, 5.5 left to go first half. Sievers stops, comes back out front. Caparis, free throw line jumper, no good. And they're going to call a push. No, they're going to call a foul on Northwestern's Molly Shaney. Shaney whistled for the personal foul. So 38-23, 5:22 remaining. Pass goes in to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven squares up, takes it in against Shaney. Schoenhoven with the left hand, and Gracie Schoenhoven with a 2-point bucket. And the defenders trail 38-25, and it's thrown away. It'll be Dordt basketball for Northwestern. That is their 8th turnover of the contest. 38-25 our score. 13-point advantage for the Red Raiders as we hit the midpoint of the second period. Gracie Schoenhoven squares up, takes Shaney off the dribble, and Gracie Schoenhoven with a 2-point bucket. Gracie Schoenhoven with 6. Dordt trails 38-27. Driving right-hand side, Jones. Jones dribbles through the pressure. Northwestern over the top. Shot is blocked by Gracie Schoenhoven on the shot by Shaney. Here comes Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven on the fly, hands it back to Sievers. Sievers bounce pass underneath. And Caparis has the shot blocked from behind by Shaney. And the Dordt defenders will have the basketball out of bounds underneath the basket. 5 out for the Dordt defenders. 5 new players in. Nielsen, Gustafson, Beckman, Schoenhoven, and Hymanson on the floor. 4:28 remaining. And Hymanson to throw it in. Dordt trying to get it down to single digits for the first time since the first period. Pass comes out front. Bailey Beckman. Beckman down to the block. Cut off. Beckman a step through. Her right-handed shot good. She's got 7. Defenders trail 38-29. Northwestern basketball. So the defensive pressure causing some trouble for Northwestern. Northwestern with the basketball. Jones. Jones with it out front. Jones dribbling with the left hand. Davis. Davis with it. Davis gives it up to Wobig. Wobig back to Davis. Davis to Jones. Jones, they throw it into Shaney against Janie Schoenhoven. Driving in, left-handed shot is up and good for Haley Anderson. Anderson with 6, and the defenders trail 40-29. Up the floor, Beckman. Beckman, pull-up jumper, no good. Or had to get her over the top of Shaney, and here comes Northwestern. Northwestern will walk the ball up the floor, and Coach Kristen Rodert calls for a set play from the sideline. Caden Davis with the basketball. She throws it back to Wobig. Wobig to throw it down low, Shaney. Shaney against Schoenhoven. Puts it up with the left hand. Missed it, no good. Rebound taken away by Gustafson. Gustafson with it back over to Hymanson. Hymanson on the right-hand side. Hayden with the basketball. Picks up her dribble. Goes high post Schoenhoven. Jeannie back to Hayden. Hayden with it on the left-hand side. 3:10 remaining. Hymanson back out front. Janie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven stops. Stutter step. Shot no good. Fight for the basketball, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Northwestern. It'll be Dordt basketball. So Dordt with the basketball. 40-29. Dordt trailing by 11. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Throw it into Janie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven gives it up. Gustafson. Gustafson with it on the elbow. Carly trying to cross over, nothing there, gives to Schoenhoven. Jeannie with the basketball, and Schoenhoven's pass, and now we've got a jump ball called alternating possession. It will be Northwestern basketball. Dordt still down by 11, and the defenders will counter with that pressuring group of Harrison, Schoenhoven, Sievers, Caparis, and Van Holland. 2:47 remaining. First half of basketball. And throwing it in will be Davis. And the ball taken away by Gracie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven finishes with the right hand. Gracie Schoenhoven with a steal on the inbounds pass. And the defenders trail 40-31. And Gracie Schoenhoven has just picked up her 3rd personal foul. So foul number 3 called on Gracie Schoenhoven. You're going to have to check her out of the ball game. So you'll check Gracie out. You'll put Janie in. Caparis will now play the point on that pressuring defense, and Gracie Schoenhoven will have a seat for the next 2:37. Well, Northwestern with the basketball, leading by 9, and they throw it in over the top, tapped out by Van Holland. It'll be Northwestern basketball in front of the Northwestern bench. Inbounding the basketball will be Caden Davis. Davis to throw it in. Davis guarded there by Caparis. And the pass into the backcourt, Maddie Jones. Jones gives it up, Neeram. Neeram over the top to Davis. Davis with the basketball. Davis wraps it around for Shaney, and now a jump ball called alternating possession. It'll be Dordt basketball. 2:28 left to go in the half. So 2:28 remaining, first half of basketball. Dordt down 9 with an opportunity to cut into the lead. Factor in the defenders just making 38% of their shots from the floor at the moment. Northwestern is at 60%. Right there's your difference. Sievers with the basketball. Sometimes it just simply comes down to shooting percentage. And Sievers scoops it up with the left hand, and Leanne Hall says she shuffled her feet. Looked awkward if nothing else. Sometimes it's not actually the violation, but maybe it looked like it. Pass over the top. Pass goes right side Anderson. Anderson with it on the wing. She throws down low to Shaney. Shaney against Schoenhoven. Throws it back right side Anderson. Anderson triple on the way. Good. Haley Anderson with 9, and the defenders trail 43-31. Back the other way with it on the right-hand side is Sievers. Sievers with it into the corner of Van Hollen. Van Hollen, Schoenhoven, they double team her hard. Ball's down on the floor, and now a jump ball called, alternating possession. It'll be Northwestern basketball. So Northwestern gets the ball back. Trailing by 12 are the defenders. So Northwestern has it with the lead. Dordt is on defense. 1:42 remaining in the half. The defenders will try to get some momentum going into the half. They had it, and then a little bit of foul trouble, causing some problems. Northwestern basketball, Maddie Jones. Jones guarded out front by Sievers. Jones with the basketball, backdoor cut. Anderson, nothing there. Throw it into Shaney, and Shaney is fouled on the play by Carly Gustafson. And for Carly, that is foul number 1, I believe. Double check against the scoreboard. Throwing it in right-hand side is Anderson, and it's taken away by Sievers. Sievers on the run. Sievers sprinting to the basket. Kick out pass. Beckman, 3, short, no good. Rebound, Gustafson, and Gustafson is fouled on the play by Caden Davis. Caden Davis whistled for the foul. 43-31, defenders down 12, 1:12 remaining in the half. Throwing the ball in, left side it goes Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman pull-up jumper, rattles it in. Bailey Beckman with a 2. She's got 9, and the defenders back to within 10, 43-33. 60 seconds left to go in the half. Northwestern up by 10. Right-hand side goes to Davis. Davis throws it in to Neerum. Neerum blocked on the play by Faith Van Holland, and Van Holland is going to be called for the personal foul. That's foul number 1 on her. Neerum will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So they say that she got her with the body. I didn't think it was up top, but Neerum, first free throw, no good. She's got another one on the way. So the official came over and signaled that it was a foul with the body. Dordt trailing 43-33, 53.6 seconds remaining, and Neerum's second free throw is good, so she makes 1 of 2. She's 3 of 4 now. And the defenders trail by 11, 44-33. See if the defenders work for a quick shot here, try to get 2 for 1. Sievers at the free throw line, 43 seconds left to go in the half. It goes to Gustafson with a left hand, too strong, no good. Got the shot they wanted, but Northwestern able to come away with the rebounds. They end the possession. And now Northwestern will bring it up the floor with 8-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Northwestern basketball, Jones has it. Jones passes right side Anderson. Anderson gives it up Davis. Davis into the paint, Neerum. Neerum working her way in, puts it up, blocked by Van Holland, 11 seconds left. They give it off to Sievers. Sievers checks the clock. She's got it right-hand side, 5 to shoot, now 4. Pass comes back out front. Beckman dribbles, shot, 3, good. Bailey Beckman with the 3, and the Dordt defenders get it back to an 8-point difference at the half, 44-36. Let's take a 3-minute break. A 3-minute break here, and we'll be back with a recap of the first half of action in 3 minutes.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner & Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. And brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and the results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online at 712realty.com. Leading you home.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a player or coach, or a fan of the university. Now, these players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has: a game plan. And if these players and coaches are willing to put this much effort into a game, how much more important is a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, and we keep ourselves plenty busy. And even if we have precious free time, most of us don't want to spend it wrangling over financial decisions, reading financial journals, or studying the latest tax legislation. But if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, Money Concepts, the planning firm here in Sioux Center, has been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things in life more important than finances. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule an intro meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your finances on all the things in life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into the relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa, as the Dordt Defenders trail Northwestern 44-36. At the break, the Defenders led early at 2-0 and 4-2. Northwestern, though, a 7-0 run to make it 9-4. And the lead gradually increased to 24-13. The Defenders by 11. Northwestern pushed the lead up even further, getting up by as many as, I believe, 16 at one point. And 44-36 is where we are at the half, as the Defenders had a little run on defense where they went from down 33-17 to down 35-23. And a three-pointer by Bailey Beckman at the break makes it 44-36. And let's go ahead and run those highlights, if you would. The highlights, the People's Bank game highlights for the first half of play. Bailey Beckman in the first half of play ended up with 12 points. Carly Gustafson also, you see her knocking down a shot. She has 6 in the first half. The Northwestern Red Raiders had some runouts. They got a three-point play from Acacia Dutcher for her only points of the half, and Bailey Beckman knocked down a 3 at the end of the first half to make it 44-36 at the break. Northwestern with a 44-36 lead at halftime. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be a 3-minute break. A 3-minute break, and we'll be back with a recap of the first half of action in terms of the numbers right after this 3-minute timeout.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
Joyner and Zvort Dentistry, providing the latest in dental technology in a warm, comfortable, and relaxing environment. And brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Ployne Publishing.
Today's broadcast brought to you by German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1981. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner, online at germanfarmers.com. Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today, serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
(44-36), Northwestern with an 8-point lead at the break. Here are the numbers. Northwestern 16 of 27 shooting, 59%. Dordt 4 for 6, Northwestern 4 of 6 from the arc, 67%. 8 of 9 on free throws, 89%. For the defenders, 16 of 41 from the floor, 39%. 2 for 10 from the three-point line, 20%. 2 for 2 on free throws, 100%. Dordt a 19-17 rebounding edge. Turnovers, Northwestern 10, Dordt 7. The numbers in terms of individual points, Anderson has 9 for Northwestern. Jones has 8. 6 for Terwee, 8 for Shaney. She got all of hers early. Davis with 5 and Dutcher with 3. Shaney has a team high 6 rebounds and Anderson has 4 assists. For the Dordt defenders, Beckman has 12 points on 5 of 10 shooting. She's made a couple of three-pointers, so she is now the career leader in three-pointers made at Dordt. Carly Gustafson with 6 points. Macy Sievers with 4. Janie Schoenhoven with 4. Gracie Schoenhoven 4 of 5 from the floor with 8 points. And Olivia Harrison has 2 points. Janie Schoenhoven with 6 rebounds. Carly Gustafson with 5. Macy Sievers with 4. Macy Sievers also with 2 assists along with Gracie Schoenhoven. Gracie Schoenhoven with 3 steals, and Faith Van Holland has 2 blocked shots. 44-36, defenders by 8. Let's take another 3-minute break, and we'll be back with a rundown of the scores from around the league right after this.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
This Dordt Media Network broadcast is brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction, Rob Suin, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, decorative concrete projects. dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Grain House in Hull. They have amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and more. With a big city feel located only 10 minutes away in Sioux Center, they have a second location opening next year in Sanborn. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
Thanks to Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
This Dordt Media Network broadcast is brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction, Rob Suen, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
And brought to you by Huber's Plumbing and Heating. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Orange City will exceed your expectations.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Beaver Eye Care, serving Sioux Center and the surrounding communities for over 30 years. Come see Dr. Paul Beaver, Dr. Dan Klausing, or Dr. Reese Beaver for all your comprehensive eye care needs. This broadcast also brought to you by Vision Realty. We are polished, experienced, and professional, offering excellence every step of the way. We are the vision you can trust.
In women's play, Mount Marty leading the College of St. Mary 37-28. Concordia 50-33 leader over Midland. Dakota Wesleyan 44-38 over Jamestown. Briarcliff 41-36 over the Morningside Mustangs. And Doane leads Hastings 45-30. Most recent action for most teams was last Tuesday when the team, right before the teams broke for Thanksgiving. Doane defeated Midland in Mount Marty, that is, 83-38. Hastings was a winner over Midland, 81-62 in women's play. Northwestern defeated Jamestown 72-70. Briarcliff a winner over Dakota Wesleyan a little over a week ago, 89-80. And Concordia defeated the College of St. Mary 119-54. And the Dordt Defenders 90-52 winners over the Morningside Mustangs in Sioux City. So put another 30 seconds up on the clock, 30 minutes. Try it again. Another 20 minutes total, 10 minutes for the quarter, as the Dordt Defenders will get set to, I believe it'll be Dordt basketball to start the second half as well. The Defenders 44-36, a deficit to try and make up. This one blew up to a 9-point difference at 15-6 and was never closer than 7 the rest of the way in the first half. Dordt crawling back in it at 44-36 on a buzzer beater by Bailey Beckman. (44-36) Defenders down 8, and Northwestern breaks their huddle. Reminder that our pregame and postgame shows brought to you this season by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. So it'll be Dordt basketball. Macy Sievers passes right side, Faith Van Hollen. Van Hollen with it. Van Hollen picks up her dribble, passes right side, Schoenhoven. Back to Van Hollen. They look for the entry pass to Gustafson. Gustafson spins against Terwee. Layup good. Gustafson with 8 points, and the defenders back to within 6, 44-38. Northwestern basketball. Jones passes Terwee. Terwee out front. Terwee picks up her dribble, goes high post to Davis. Davis with it on the elbow, left side. Davis puts it on the deck a couple of times. She'll cast up a three, missed it, no good. A rebound taken away by Sievers. Here comes Dordt on the run. Macy Sievers into the front court, stops, throws it into the corner. Beckman three, kisses it off of the glass, good. Bailey Beckman with 15 points, and the defenders back to within 3, 44-41. 44-41 our score. Northwestern with the basketball. 9 minutes remaining in the third period. So Dordt back-to-back buckets to start the second half. Jones throws it into the corner. Davis three, missed, no good. Terwee chases it down in the opposite corner. They throw it to Davis. Davis off the glass, no good. Rebound cleared by Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Here comes Bailey on the run. 44-41 our score. Schoenhoven right side Sievers. Sievers tests the waters at the elbow. Goes to Gustafson. Gustafson against Terwee. Puts it up with the right hand. Good. Carly Gustafson with 10. And the defenders back to within a point. 44-43. 8:20 remaining. For third quarter of play, Dordt on a 10-0 run. Stepping back is Jones. Jones will drive in. Jones shot blocked by Van Hollen. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Northwestern. It'll be Dordt basketball. So the defenders, some signs of life here. After getting down double digits, now they trail by 1. And the ball tipped out of bounds by Jones. It'll be Dordt basketball again. Throwing it in will be Carly Gustafson. So Gustafson to trigger it. And the defenders inbounding. They get it into Sievers. Sievers up the floor, looks over her shoulder, finds Jones. Sievers floater in the lane, can't get it to go. Rebound taken down by Schoenhoven, and she's fouled on the play by Terwee. That's foul number 2 on Terwee, and Neerum will check into the ball game. Terwee will check out. Neerum will check in. Neerum from Edgerton, Minnesota. Throwing the ball in will be Sievers. Sievers triggers, gets it into Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman on the right-hand side. Schoenhoven squares up, takes it in against Shaney. Off of the glass, good. Shaney unable to stop Schoenhoven. Janie Schoenhoven with 6, and the defenders regain the lead. 45-44 for the first time since it was 4-2. Northwestern basketball, left-hand side, Davis. Davis gives it up, Neerum. Neerum back, left wing to Jones. Jones, Neerum, right side, Anderson. Anderson with it, 10 to shoot. They go to Neerum. Neerum against Gustafson. Kick out past Jones. Jones, 3, no good. And the rebound is tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It'll be Northwestern basketball. So Northwestern will throw it in the corner. And triggering it will be Haley Anderson. And we have a timeout on the floor charged to Northwestern. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Northwestern basketball with it up front is Anderson. Anderson gives it left wing to Davis. Davis with the basketball back to Jones. Jones tests the waters, drives in with the right hand, gets it to go, and she is fouled. So Jones will go to the free throw line. She's got 10 points, and she'll try to give Northwestern back a 2-point lead. Currently leading 46-45 after the made basket. foul went on Sievers. That's number 2 on Macy. And a free throw on the way for Jones. Jones is a 58% free throw shooter, and she makes that one. So a 3-point play for Jones, and the defender run is over, but it was a 12-0 run spanning the end of the first half into the second half. Sievers back out front, Schoenhoven, right side Beckman. Beckman jumper, right side good. Dordt ties it, 47 all on the jumper by Bailey Beckman. Beckman now with 17. Out front, right side Nerum. Nerum with the basketball. Nerum gives it up to Davis. Davis spins into the lane. Davis off the glass. Count the hoop, and she is fouled. So Davis throws one off of the glass and gets it to drop. She's got 7 points. And the defenders, that's Macy Sievers' 3rd personal foul. So a free throw on the way for Davis. Davis with 7 points, and Dordt's going to have to navigate some foul trouble. They've got Gracie Schoenhoven with 3. They've got Macy Sievers with 3. Free throw is up off the iron, no good. Dordt trails 49-47. Dordt led once in this surge, 45-44. Since then, Northwestern a timeout, and they seem to have righted the ship. Gustafson off of the glass, off of the rim, short, no good. Rebound right side, it goes back over to Davis. Davis pulls up, her shot, no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It'll be Northwestern basketball. So Gustafson checks out of the ball game. Macy Sievers checks out. Macy Nielsen is in. Good to see Macy Nielsen knock down a 3. Pass goes out front with the basketball. This is Anderson. Anderson over there on the right-hand side looking for Shaney down low. Nothing there, looking for the cutter. Ball taken away by Hymanson. Hymanson over the basketball. Hymanson on the run out. And Hymanson over the layup, good. Hayden Hymanson with a 2-point bucket. Northwestern wanted a kick. The whistle never came, and I think it was because the ball was simply thrown at the foot rather than a kick motion. 3-pointer, Jones, good. Right side, Maddie Jones. Jones with 14, and Northwestern leads 52-49. Hymanson with the basketball, Nielsen. Nielsen on the wing, gets a screen from Schoenhoven. Nielsen all the way into the paint. And we've got a reach-in foul called on Northwestern and Maddie Jones. Jones whistled for foul number 2. 5:39 left to go in the third quarter. Dordt trailing 52-49. They led briefly here in the second half. Northwestern has answered. Here comes Schoenhoven. Gracie off of the glass, good. Gracie Schoenhoven with a 2-point bucket. She's got 10, and the defenders trail 52-51. Dordt has outscored Northwestern 15-8 to start the second half. Pass left side to Davis. Caden Davis back out front to Shaney. Shaney gives it up. Anderson. Anderson 3. Good. She's got a dozen. Haley Anderson with a dozen. Dordt trails 55-51. Hymanson with the basketball. Picks up her dribble. Goes to Janie Schoenhoven. Janie with it. Right-hand side. Beckman. Beckman with it. Steps beyond the 3-point line. Now tries it. Pull-up jumper. 15-footer from the elbow. No good. And stepping out of bounds is Northwestern. It'll be Dordt basketball. Jones and Nerum unable to gather it in, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Northwestern. It'll be Dordt basketball. So Dordt will inbound the basketball right side of the lane as we face the hoop. Throwing it in will be Hymanson. Hymanson looking, still looking, and throws over the top to Van Holland. Van Holland with it. Van Holland back over to Nielsen. Nielsen on the left-hand side. And a moving screen called on Carly Gustafson. That's number 2 on her. And boy, that has been the call of choice tonight. Moving screens both ways. Oftentimes you have to reach out and grab somebody to get that call. Tonight has been a little bit of bumps, and they call the foul on the moving screen. Nerum goes left side. They give it up to Davis. Davis with it on the wing. They look down low. Davis with the basketball back. Davis looking. They throw it over the top. Ball deflected by Gustafson. Taken away by Gracie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven on a jailbreak. Gracie with it. Driving in. Right hand. Left side. Good. Gracie Schoenhoven with a dozen. Dordt trails 55-53. 4:15 left to play in the third quarter. Jones with the basketball, Van Holland. Van Holland on defense. This is Shaney. Shaney guarded by Gustafson. They throw it down low for Neerum. Comes back out front to Dutcher. Dutcher. They throw right side. Jones. Jones gives it to Shaney. Shaney bottled up on the play. Gets it away. Shot off the glass. No good. And the rebound is corralled by Schoenhoven. Gracie. They throw it away. Schoenhoven trying to got it out to Gustafson. Gustafson trying to lead Hymanson. And Hymanson unable to track it down at the scorer's table. 55-53 defenders down 2. Northwestern with the basketball. 3:45 remaining, third period. Dordt down 2. Northwestern with the basketball. Jones. She goes right side, Terwee. Terwee is sat for a while, gives it up Anderson. Anderson, Jones. Jones underneath it goes to Terwee, and Terwee is fouled before the shot. Foul goes on Dordt's Gracie Schoenhoven. That's number 4 on her. So with 13:32 left to go in the game, Gracie Schoenhoven is going to have a seat. 55-53, Dordt down 2. Northwestern basketball. Jones. Jones gets the ball inbounded. This is Dutcher. Dutcher hands it off to Terwee. Terwee trying to work her way in. Gustafson puts the defense up. Shot no good, and the rebound is controlled by Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven ahead to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers throws it into the corner. Van Holland. 3 from the corner. Too strong, no good. And it's loose, and we've got a reach-in foul called on the rebound. That's going to go against Hayden Hymanson. Hymanson whistled for the personal foul. That is foul number 5 on the defenders in this period. Number 1 against Hymanson. And free throws on the way for Northwestern. Marin Neerum will shoot 2 free throws. So Northwestern up a deuce with 3:10 remaining. And it's not Neerum that's going to shoot, but rather Dutcher. So Dutcher will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Dordt over the 5-foul limit for the period. And Dutcher, 3 of 4 now this season, makes the first one. She's got another one coming. 56-53 defenders. Down 3 and now down 4. 57-53 Northwestern in front. With the basketball is Sievers. Sievers on the left-hand side. Macy has it. Macy with the dribble. Drives into the paint. Nothing there. Spots up. Free throw line jumper. Good. Macy Sievers with 6, and the defenders back to within 2. 57-55. So the defenders in this period now, 9 of 13 from the floor. They've lifted their game percentage to 46%. Shot with the left hand, no good by Anderson. Rebound cleared by Jeannie Schoenhoven. Gets it away to Sievers. Sievers up the floor. She's not going to stop. Puts it up with the right hand. Might have gotten fouled. No call made. Ball's down on the floor. And a jump ball called. Alternating possession. It will be Northwestern basketball. So Dordt misses the opportunity to tie the game. And with 2:25 left to go in the third period, Dordt trails 57-55. It's Northwestern basketball. So Dordt will show pressuring defense. Harrison will guard it out front. Macy Nielsen, Eliana Caparis, Macy Sievers, and Faith Van Holland on the floor. The defenders as a team, 3 of 12 from the arc right now. So they're well below their season average. Make a couple of those, this game is quite different. As it is, they haven't. Pass goes right side Anderson. Anderson loses it. It's down on the floor, picked up by Terwee. Terwee with the basketball back to Anderson. Hallie Anderson goes down low to Neerum. Neerum with the basketball. Neerum puts the shot up with the left hand. Good. Marin Neerum with the 2-point bucket. She's got 7. Defenders trail by 4, 59-55. 59-55. Sievers with it on the right-hand side. And we've got a foul called away from the ball. It's going to go on Hallie Anderson. Anderson whistled for foul number 1. And inbounding the basketball will be Macy Sievers. Sievers with it on the right-hand side. Sievers looking and throws over the top. Harrison. Harrison with the basketball. The Lake Crystal, Minnesota native. Goes back over to Macy Sievers. Sievers, 17-footer, missed it, no good. And the run out coming on the way is Jones. Jones with the basketball. Jones into the paint, scoops it up, and she gets bailed out at the end with a foul call. A little bit out of control. She scoops it up with the left hand. The foul called on the play against Macy Nielsen. Dordt defense got him going a little bit too fast, and Jones able to draw enough contact to get to the free throw line. Jones here in the second half now with 7 points, 15 for the ball game. Dordt trails 60-55, and another free throw on the way. This one is up, and that one skips out, no good, and Terwee picks it up, and Terwee steps on the end line out of bounds. It'll be Dordt basketball trailing 60-55. So Northwestern has weathered the initial storm by the defenders here in the second half and have taken a 5-point lead with 90 seconds left to go in the third period. Dordt with the basketball. Sievers hands it off to Harrison. Harrison with it, drives into the paint, back over to Van Hollen. Van Hollen, 3, no good. And a foul called on the rebound. That's going to go against Molly Shaney. Shaney whistled for the personal. And that is foul number 2 on her, team foul number 4. Inbounding the basketball will be Macy Sievers. So Sievers will trigger it. Macy throwing it in and gets it into Harrison. Harrison with the basketball. Van Holland. Van Holland gets going downhill. Throws it back over to Macy Sievers. 13 to shoot. Dordt down 5 with the basketball. 9 to shoot. Sievers throws it back to Van Holland. Van Holland underneath. Scoops it up high off of the glass. Good. Faith Van Holland with her first 2 points tonight. Dordt trails by 3, 60-57. Up the floor, Northwestern, Anderson. Anderson with the left hand, can't get it to go. Terwee with a rebound. They give it back to Anderson. Anderson drives into the paint, and she's called for steps. Beg your pardon, Davis. That's Davis gets called for steps. It'll be Dordt basketball with 49.6 seconds remaining in the third. Dordt basketball, Gustafson, Sievers, Hymanson, Janie Schoenhoven and Bailey Beckman on the floor. Dordt will have the ball to start the fourth quarter as well, unless we have a tie-up in between now and the end of the third period. 45 seconds and counting. About an 18-second differential, shot clock and game clock. Sievers has it on the right-hand side. Macy picks up her dribble, looking for Gustafson. Now goes to Janie. Janie on the left elbow. Back to Macy Sievers. Sievers drops it off for Gustafson. Gustafson, 10 seconds on the shot clock. She knocks down the short shot. Carly Gustafson with 6 in the second half. 12 for the ball game. Dordt back within a point, 60-59. They go to Shaney in the paint. Shaney off of the glass, no good. Rebound controlled by Gustafson. And Gustafson is tied up on the play with Neerum. It'll be Dordt basketball with 13 seconds remaining. So Dordt will get the basketball back with an opportunity to regain the lead here at the end of the period, but they won't have the ball to start the And now we have a question on the clock. And they'll set it to 13.1 seconds. And throwing the ball in will be Carly Gustafson. Gustafson gets it into Sievers. 12 seconds. Sievers takes it across half court, guarded by Maddie Jones. Gets a ball screen out front, and Macy Sievers into the paint. Cut off. Tries to pass it off, and we've got a foul on the play called on Northwestern. Who's it going to go against? Waiting to see. Is it going to be on? Well, there are 3 players who are in the vicinity, and they're going to go with Maddie Jones. Jones whistled for the foul. That's number 4 on her. 3 on her. Well, somewhere along the line, I got 1 ahead. She's only got 2 according to the official scorekeeper, and I'll take their word for it. First free throw by Gustafson is good. She's got 13, and another one on the way. So Gustafson trying to give Dordt a 1-point lead with 2.3 seconds left to go in the third period. Northwestern will need to go the length of the court. Free throw is off the heel, no good. Rebound, Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven, desperation shot fading away, no good. And we've played 3 quarters of basketball. Our score, Dordt 60, Northwestern 60. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter of play, deadlocked at 60 apiece when we're back right after this 1-minute timeout.
Hello, my name is Quentin Olson.
I'm Parker Freeman.
Hey, I'm Clay Boss. I'm from Holland, Michigan.
I'm from Holman, Wisconsin.
I'm from Ontario, California.
One of my favorite things about working at the Dordt Media Network is being able to come in with no previous experience of broadcast or camera work and being able to learn all of that up to a directing role.
I'd like to shout out my parents who watch all the games from home.
You're watching the Dordt Media Network.
And you're watching the Dordt Media Network.
Thanks for watching the Dordt Media Network.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym, and we're all even at 60-60. Northwestern basketball to start the fourth quarter. This was an 8-point ball game at halftime. Northwestern led. Dordt led briefly at 40. I've got to double check that. 45-44. Dordt took the lead with a 9-0 run to start the second half. And since then, Northwestern regained the lead, led by 5 late in the period. Dordt scored 5 unanswered. With the basketball, Anderson. Anderson puts it up under pressure. Shot no good. Rebound tipped, and coming away with it is Shaney, and she's tied up on the play by Janie Schoenhoven. And if the first possession is any indication of the fourth quarter, it's going to be everybody for themselves. So you better hang on tight. Looked like Schoenhoven had that ball secured and then got tied up, lost it, and then tied up as Shaney got the basketball. Dordt with it. They go down low, give it up. Gustafson shows it against Neerum into the paint. Gustafson crossover with the right hand, good. Gustafson with 9 in the second half, 15 for the ball game. Dordt leads 62-60. Northwestern basketball. This is Jones. Jones passes right side Anderson. Anderson with the basketball. Anderson gives it up Shaney. Shaney with it. Shaney pass down low, picked up by Gustafson. Gustafson with the basketball. Gustafson ahead, it goes to Beckman. Beckman layup good. Bailey Beckman with a 2-point bucket, and Dordt extends the lead 64-60. Here comes Northwestern. Jones driving in, and we've got a reach-in foul called. Hayden Hymanson trying to set up to take the charge, but a reach-in foul called against Beckman. That's going to be number 2 on her. So Dordt with the lead, Northwestern with the basketball trying to answer. This is the biggest deficit for Northwestern tonight, 4 points. They throw it in out front. This is Anderson. Anderson working her way in against Seaver. Scoops it up with the left hand. Shot no good. Rebound controlled by Hymanson. Has a run out. Beckman. Beckman on the breakaway against Jones. Lays it up with the right hand. Shot no good. Jones able to bother the shot. And here comes Northwestern. Jones with the basketball on the left-hand side. Jones with it. Beckman heard the footsteps, I think, adjusted her shot, and Northwestern was able to bother the shot, and now they get it down low to Shaney, and Shaney works for the foul, and she gets the hoop to go. She's got 10. That's her first point since the early going, and Northwestern with an opportunity at a 3-point play to try and answer. Coach Bill Harmson on the Dordt bench, not happy. Thought his player played pretty straight up. Lobbying for his player, but Shaney gets the free throw as she's got 11, and the defenders trail a lead by 1, 64-63. So Dordt had an opportunity to go up by as many as 6 moments ago. Now it's back to 1. with the basketball, Sievers. Sievers with it. Sievers looking down low. Sievers gives it up to Gustafson. Gustafson trying to go to work, and she's pushed to the ground. And Gustafson is fouled on the play. That one's going to go against Terwee. That's number 4 on her. Marin Neerum will check into the game for Northwestern. And inbounding will be Sievers. Macy gets the ball inbounded to Gustafson. Gustafson squares up against Neerum. Gustafson underneath to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven layup good. She's got 8. Dordt leads 66-63. Northwestern basketball. They go to a set play. Jones with it on the right-hand side. Tests the waters, retreats back to the wing. Back out front it comes to Shaney. Shaney with the basketball, shovels it off out front to Anderson. Anderson back outside. Three-pointer on the way for the tie. No good. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch by Northwestern. It'll be Dordt basketball. So Dordt will have the basketball, leading 66-63 with 7:31 remaining. So 7:31 left to go in the game. Dordt with a 3-point lead. They've led by as many as 4 here in the second half. That was moments ago, and then they missed on a layup attempt to go up 6. Sievers goes high post to Schoenhoven. Gracie squares up. Gracie into the paint and double team. Gives it up Janey. Janey back over to Macy Sievers. Sievers with it at the free throw line. Nothing there. 8 to shoot for the defenders. Gives it up Schoenhoven, and we've got an offensive foul called on Janey Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven whistled for foul number 2. Call her for a hook. Dordt leading 66-63. 7:07 left. And here comes Northwestern with the basketball. The Dordt student section not happy with that call. Pass goes left side, Terwee. Terwee high post to Shaney. Shaney with it. Shaney picks it up, goes over to Jones. Northwestern looking for a 3 to tie, and the ball stripped free by Janey Schoenhoven. Gets it away to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman on a jailbreak. Beckman with the right hand, no good. Rebound controlled by Van Holland, and she is fouled on the play. Boy, they are not given the foul call on the drive into the paint. And that's going to be foul number 5 on Terwee, so she will foul out of the ball game with 6:40 remaining. And she will foul out with 6 points to her credit, all in the first half. Dordt basketball. That's team foul number 2 on Northwestern in this quarter. Here comes Schoenhoven. Gracie back over to Janey. Janey out front. Sievers steps into a 3. Bang, bang, bang. Macy Sievers with the 3-point bucket, 69-63, that is. Dordt with their biggest lead of the ball game. Northwestern with the ball as they take it across the timeline. Northwestern with the basketball, Jones. Jones gets a ball screen out front, Shaney. Drives in with the right hand, missed it, no good, but a foul on the play called on Janey Schoenhoven. They're going to send Jones to the free throw line to shoot a couple of free throws as Maddie Jones will go to the charity stripe. She's got 15 points by my count. She is 2 of 3 from the free throw line, and she'll shoot 2 here. So Maddie Jones, a 58% free thrower, 2 of 3 so far tonight, and now 2 of 4. Well, a few seats still available here at the DeWitt, but filled in nicely. Second free throw on the way for Jones. That one's up and rattles that one in, so she makes 1 of 2 on that trip. She has 16 points, a team high. And Dordt leads 69-64 with the basketball. Sievers underneath. Sievers gives it up. Gracie Schoenhoven. Gracie with a 2-point bucket. 14 points. Northwestern wanted to travel. I don't blame them. Looked like Sievers might have gotten an extra step in there in the paint. Northwestern basketball, Jones. Jones comes back left side, Davis. Davis with the basketball. Northwestern looking for an answer. Davis dribbling out front, guarded by Nielsen. Nielsen on defense. Here's Davis. Davis pull up, 17-footer, good. Left-hander Caden Davis with a 2-point bucket. She's got 9, and the defender lead is 71-66. Dordt with a 5-point lead and the basketball. Sievers with it, 5:20 and counting. They give it to Gustafson. She shows it. Spins into the lane. Kick out pass. Come on, Macy Nielsen. 3-ball. Yes! Macy Nielsen with the 3-point bucket, and the noise comes raining down off of the rounded roof here at the DeWitt Gym. 74-66. Dordt with an 8-point lead. Northwestern with the basketball. Again, they need an answer. Jones with the basketball. This is a team that's averaging 75 points per game for Northwestern. Skosh under their average right now. The defenders held 12 points below their season average so far. 3-pointer up and good. Haley Anderson with the 3 answering. She's got 15, and the defender lead is back to 5, 74-69. Timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more from the DeWitt in 30 seconds. In regulation. Today's pregame and postgame shows brought to you by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. 74-69, Dordt with a 5-point lead. Northwestern on defense. Macy Sievers brings it across half court. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers steps into the paint, is cut off, throws it back left side. Hymanson with the basketball, back to Macy. Macy 3, short, no good. Hymanson had it. It's stripped away though by Jones. Here comes Jones on the fly, drives in Neeram. Neeram shot good, count the hoop, and she is fouled. 9 points now for Neeram, and the Northwestern Red Raiders back to within 3 pending the free throw. 74-71. So a free throw on the way for Neeram. Neeram 3 of 4 tonight and 4 of 5. She rattles that one through. 74-72. Dordt by 2. 4:15 and counting ball game. Still plenty of basketball left in this one, but we're winding down to sweaty palms time. Back with it out front is Sievers. Sievers throws it into the corner. Beckman steps in. Her pull-up jumper, too strong, no good. And the rebound is cleared by Northwestern. Northwestern with the basketball. Coming up the floor with it is Jones. Jones across the timeline. Dordt by 2. Northwestern with the ball. They give it back over to Anderson. Anderson with it. Anderson gives it back. Right side. This is Neeram. Neeram goes to Anderson. Anderson with the basketball. Anderson stops, puts it up with the left hand, no good. Sievers has it wrestled away, and we have a jump ball called, alternating possession. It will be Northwestern basketball. So Dordt dodges a bullet there. 3:33 remaining. 3:33 left to go. Dordt leading 74-72, but Northwestern has the ball. After that jump ball called, so alternating possession, it'll be Dordt basketball next time. And they'll put 20 up on the shot clock. So they say there was never a change of possession. Goes to Jones for the lead. Missed it, no good. Weak side rebound taken away by Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Here comes Dordt on the run. Bailey with the basketball. Dordt's going to use a timeout of their own. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. So 3:24 left in regulation. Faith Van Hollen will throw it in for the defenders. Gracie Schoenhoven on the floor along with Janie, Macy Sievers, and Bailey Beckman. Van Hollen gets it in to Macy Sievers. 20 on the shot clock now. Schoenhoven posting up. Janie shows it, takes it in, gets it back over to Sievers. Short arms the shot in the lane, and the rebound is cleared by Neerum. Marin Neerum, pass goes right side, nearly picked off by Beckman for the lead. Three-pointer good for Haley Anderson. Anderson with 18, and the defenders trail 75-74. Schoenhoven with the basketball, under 3 to go. 2:50 left to go. Driving in is Van Hollen. Can't finish. Shot no good. And now with the basketball in the backcourt is Shaney. Shaney gives it up Jones, and Dordt several opportunities right around the hoop, just unable to finish. Maddie Jones with the basketball. She's at center court. Pass comes to Shaney. Shaney gives it up to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven, Davis. Davis with the basketball. Northwestern by a point, looking for the post up. They get it to Shaney. Shaney spins, puts it up. No good. Rebound cleared by Gracie Schoenhoven. 2:19 left to go in the game. Schoenhoven up the floor, head full of steam. Puts it up with the right hand, good. Gracie Schoenhoven with a 2-point bucket. She's got 16. Dordt regains the lead, 75-74. 75-74. Northwestern with the basketball. They've got 2 timeouts left. Dordt has 3. Northwestern basketball, Jones. Jones in between the circles, goes to Neerum at the high post. She squares up, throws it back over to Jones. Jones on the move, shot is up with the right hand, good. Maddie Jones with a 2-point bucket. Northwestern regains the lead, 76-75. Pardon me, 77-76. And we've got a timeout on the floor, charged to Dordt with 98 seconds left to go in the game. Northwestern 77, Dordt 76. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute. (77-76) rebounds. Dordt has a 39-31 rebounding edge. Northwestern 48% from the floor, but 17 fewer shots. But they've gotten to the free throw line 19 times, while the defenders have gotten there 4 times. So Northwestern making up for the disparity from the floor by getting to the free throw line 15 more times than the defenders tonight. Pass goes to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Macy with it out front. She passes right side Beckman. Beckman down low Garley. Carley with it in the paint. Gustafson gets it away to Gracie Schoenhoven. Gracie with another 2. Schoenhoven with a career high 18 points. Dordt leads 78-77. Jones with the basketball. 1:17 remaining. Jones with it right hand side. Floater up, no good. Rebound Gustafson, and Gustafson is tied up on the play. Jump ball, alternating possession. It will be It'll be Dordt basketball this time with 1:09 remaining, and Dort's going to call a timeout and advance the basketball. So a timeout charged to Dordt, one of their 2 remaining timeouts with 69 seconds remaining. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute. Back to action as the Dordt defenders will walk the ball into the front court, and there was over a minute remaining, so the defenders didn't advance the basketball. This is Sievers with it. Sievers with the ball. So the Dordt defenders now with the basketball. Pass comes out front. Gracie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven gives it up to Van Hollen. Van Hollen with the basketball. Backman driving with the right hand. Draws the contact. No call made, and she gets bailed out at the end. A late whistle, and Bailey Backman will go to the free throw line, and she will shoot 2. The ball was off of the rim. It was secured by Northwestern, and then the whistle came in extremely late. So Bailey Beckman will go to the free throw line. She'll shoot 2. She has 7 in the second half, 19 for the ball game, and the free throw by Beck is up and good. It's a 2-point game with 42.5 seconds remaining, and another free throw on the way. Trying to go up 3, and Beckman's free throw is short, no good. It's a 2-point ball game, 79-77. Northwestern with the ball. They'll hustle it into the front court. 37 seconds and counting. Jones with the basketball. Stop here goes a long way if you're Dordt. Near him. They look for Shaney down low, and it's kicked away by Beckman. Reset the shot clock to 20. 28.5 seconds left to go in regulation. Northwestern basketball. Near him to throw it in. Dordt has 1 timeout remaining. Northwestern has 2. So Nearham will throw the ball in. And Nearham gets the ball inbounded to Jones. 25 seconds. So there's an 8-second difference. Shot clock and game clock. Nearham with the basketball. Dordt does not have fouls to give. Jones into the paint. Gives it up. Shaney. Shaney missed it, but we got a foul call. Carly Gustafson whistled for the personal foul. That's foul number 3 on her. And Shaney will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And that's going to be foul number 5 on Gustafson. So Gustafson checks out of the ball game. So Carly fouls out of the game with 15 points. 16 seconds remaining in regulation, and Shaney gets the first one to go. Shaney now with 12, and another free throw coming. Second free throw on the way for Shaney. That one's off the heel, no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers, and Sievers calls for the timeout with 14.8 remaining. Well, Dordt's going to have to make free throws down the stretch. Northwestern commits a foul immediately. They'll foul immediately in all likelihood after they go for a steal. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. So scores starting to filter in for the night. In women's basketball, around the league, we have Concordia beating Midland 100-64. So that's a final. They stay unbeaten. Briarcliff an 84-66 winner over Morningside. And what else do we have for finals? Mount Marty 72-44 over CSM. Dakota Wesleyan and Jamestown, how did that one turn out? Dakota Wesleyan an 81-71 winner. And Doan and Hastings played tonight as well, and that one's still undecided. 7-point lead for Doan with 1:10 remaining. And actually, College of St. Mary and Mount Marty aren't finished yet. Well, it's finished. It's just not done. 79-78, it'll be Dordt basketball. And the defenders are out of timeout. So that brings up an interesting scenario. If you need to stop the clock, well, if you don't get it inbounded, you've got to get it inbounded. Otherwise, you turn it over. You can't call a timeout to save yourself. Dordt leading 79-78. They get the ball into Janie Schoenhoven, and Schoenhoven is touched on the play by Ashton Wobig, and Wobig commits the personal foul. Janie will go to the free throw line to shoot 2, and if you're Northwestern, That is exactly who you want to send to the foul line. And as I say that, I look up at the scoreboard, and Northwestern had a foul to give. So now Dordt will inbound the basketball underneath the basket. Right side of the lane is Sievers. Sievers gets it into Hymanson. Ball's down on the floor, and a jump ball. It's Northwestern basketball. Dordt mishandles the inbounds play. And now Northwestern will use a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Here we live between big city and small town, but we don't do anything halfway. We play in a community that's safe for families while providing our kids big city opportunities. We work in a place proud of its rural history that's already writing its future in science and technology. This is a place where we love our neighbors and where a small town is more like a big family. Sioux Center, live life in the middle of everything.
So Dordt with a 1-point lead, but Northwestern has it. 11.2 seconds remaining. And it's a full house at the DeWitt tonight. We'll have some people leave after the women's game. Now Northwestern with 1 timeout remaining, so they can call a timeout if they get in trouble. Throwing the ball in will be Caden Davis. Dordt cannot stop the clock with a timeout. And Davis will inbound the basketball. Gracie Schoenhoven will guard the inbounds pass. And Schoenhoven against Davis. They're looking for Jones. And the ball's tipped by Schoenhoven, stolen by Schoenhoven. Gracie fouled in the backcourt. And the Dordt defenders, Gracie Schoenhoven comes away with a steal on the inbounds pass. Well, this one is not done yet. 8.2 seconds remaining, and Northwestern has a timeout left, so they can, after these free throws, no matter the outcome, they will have an opportunity to advance the basketball with 1 timeout remaining. So Gracie Schoenhoven to shoot a pair of free throws. Schoenhoven, far from a sure thing this season from the free throw line. But she makes the first one, 80-78, and now trying to extend it to a 3-point game. Free throw on the way for Gracie Schoenhoven, the freshman from Hospers, bottoms them both out, so with the game on the line, Schoenhoven, a 54% free throw shooter, knocks them both through. She's got a career-high 20 points, and the defenders lead 81-78. Northwestern calls a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. (81-78). Dordt with a 3-point lead. Northwestern with a basketball and a chance to tie it with a 3. Now the question is, do you commit a foul? I think if they put the ball on the floor, you probably commit a foul. 81-78. You defend the arc. The 2 doesn't hurt you. The 3 does, obviously. So you almost play a zone defense on the 3-point line. can be a challenge. You're asking your team to do something they haven't probably. That goes against a lot of your natural instincts. So Northwestern throwing the ball in. Throwing it in will be Caden Davis in front of the Northwestern bench. And Davis looking to throw, gets it into Jones. Jones with it, 6. Now they throw it. Davis comes back outside. Schoenhoven on the defense. Shot is no good, and the Dordt defenders come away with an 81-78 victory. Haley Anderson, all she could do is fire up a desperation 3, and from the top of the key, it looked like it had the distance right, but it was just offline to the right. And the Dordt defenders come away with an 81-78 victory tonight in Great Plains Athletic Conference women's basketball play at the DeWitt Gym. The defenders stay perfect, 9-0 overall, 4-0 in the conference. The Northwestern Red Raiders drop to 5-3 and 2-2. So our women's game is in the books. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with the Wireless World postgame show in 3 minutes. Defenders come away with a dramatic 81-78 victory here this evening, and a game that was in doubt until a desperation three-point one-handed left-hand shot by Haley Anderson ended up offline, and one of the few three-pointers that she missed this evening. She missed 2 of them, in fact. She was 4 of 6, but one of them at the end of the ball game as she was hindered by Gracie Schoenhoven defensively. And the Dordt defenders survive at 81-78, outscoring Northwestern 45-34 in the second half, overcoming a 16-point make that an 18-point first half deficit of 35-17. Dordt got it back to a manageable 44-36 at halftime. Took the lead briefly at 45-44, and we were tied 60-60 at the end of the third period. The defenders got out to a 4-point lead, 64-60, unable to convert a layup, though. That would have put them up 6. Northwestern came back, and Dordt built a 7-point lead at 71-64. Northwestern eventually trailed 74-66, but the defenders gave up a 3, and then a 3-point play, and then another 3. So in the span of 3 possessions, Dordt went from up 74-66 to down 75-74. Teams exchanged baskets, and Northwestern led 76-75 before the defenders got a 3-point play. I beg your pardon. Teams exchanged baskets. Dordt led 78-77 and then made just enough free throws at the end to secure it 81-78. Let's take a look at the People's Bank highlights for this one. And the defenders, Carly Gustafson, she came up big in the second half. Gustafson with 9 second half points. For Northwestern, Maddie Jones tied Haley Anderson with team high 18. Dordt didn't get many easy baskets tonight. One of them from Bailey Beckman. Beckman scored 20 this evening. She shared team honors with Gracie Schoenhoven. And the defenders had a couple of post plays where Gracie Schoenhoven got free on the pass from Carly Gustafson. Gustafson ended up with a couple assists tonight, and the defenders win it 81-78. Let's take a 2-minute break. And we'll be back with a rundown of the numbers right after this. This is Dordt Basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in a moment. The Wireless World post-game show rolls on. Wireless World bringing you our pregame and post-game shows this season. Your local Verizon authorized retailer, 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Dordt tonight, 35 of 74 from the floor, 47.3%. Northwestern, 27 of 58 for 47% in the second half. Northwestern 11 of 31, so that comes out to sub 33%, while the defenders were 19 of 33. It comes out to about 57%. You have to take my word for it on that. Three-pointers, Dordt 5 of 16 shooting. Northwestern 8 of 17 for the ball game. 47% for Northwestern, 31% for Dordt. Free throws, Northwestern 16 of 21 from the line, 76.2%. Dordt 6 of 8 for 75%. The defenders committed 11 turnovers. Northwestern committed 15. Individually for Northwestern, first of all, 18 points for Maddie Jones, 15 points for Hallie Anderson. They were a combined 13 of 27 from the floor. They did their share. Molly Shaney limited to 9 shots, 4 of 9 from the deck, 12 points. 10 points for Mara Neeren off of the bench. 9 points for Caden Davis, 6 for Emily Terwee, 5 for Acacia Dutcher, for their total of 78. Northwestern, 8 rebounds for Molly Shaney, 7 for Mara Neeren, 5 for Maddie Jones, 4 for Hallie Anderson. 5 assists for Maddie Jones, 4 for Hallie Anderson. 2 steals for Anderson, 2 steals for Neerum. For the defenders tonight, 20 points for Bailey Backman, 8 of 17 from the floor, 3 of 4 on three-pointers. She is the new all-time career three-point shots made leader at Dordt. Gracie Schoenhoven, 9 of 10 from the deck, 20 points, 2 for 2 on free throws, 5 rebounds and 4 steals. I'm getting ahead of myself. 15 points for Carly Gustafson, 6 of 10 from the floor, 8 points for Janie Schoenhoven, 4 of 9 from the deck, and Macy Sievers, 9 points, 4 of 13 from the floor. 3 points for Macy Nielsen, 2 for Hayden Hymanson, 2 for Liv Harrison, for their total of 81 points. Janie Schoenhoven had a game high, 11 rebounds. Carly Gustafson gathered in 9, 6 for Macy Sievers, 2 for Bailey Backman, 1 for Faith Van Holland, 1 for Eliana Caparis, and Hayden Hymanson, 5 for Gracie Schoenhoven. Macy Sievers with 6 assists. 2 assists each for Carly Gustafson and Janie Schoenhoven, and 2 for Gracie Schoenhoven. 3 block shots for Faith Van Holland, and 4 steals for Gracie Schoenhoven. We'll get Gracie Schoenhoven geared up, and she'll put the headset on. Make sure that is adjusted just fine. And the next question is the most important one. Gracie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let's turn you up just a little bit. Well, Gracie, what's it like to play in front of the DeWitt Gym? Freshman, your first experience as a player, Dordt Northwestern. What was tonight like for you?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, we knew that there was going to be a ton of people here. We knew that it was going to be packed, so we knew that there was going to be a lot of cheering. It was going to be loud, and so we knew that we had to stay focused throughout the whole game, and we were going to have to work hard to get it done.
3 fouls in the first half. You're adjusting, you're learning. What has been the adjustment for you through 9 games now? What have you noticed the difference between the high school game and the college game?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to take note of how you're playing. You have to play a lot smarter. You have to be very aware of what you do and how you do it offensively and defensively. So you have to think a lot more about each thing that you do.
Second half, you're able to get free in the paint a little bit. That's a little bit new for you in terms of back to the basket. Are you having to work a lot on practice on those types of things, getting accustomed to it?
Yeah, we work really hard on that in practice, and I mean, we go against each other really hard, and we make each other better, so we have a really good practice squad to work with, so we go at it with each other, and it just makes each other better, so it's really good.
You played 2 years at Unity with your sister Janie, then 2 years without her. Now you're reunited. What's it like playing with big sister again?
I love playing with her. I mean, we just have that special connection. We know what each other are going to do, and it's just really fun being out there with her because I know I can count on her. You know, when I miss a layup, she's going to be there to get the offensive board and put it back in. So it's just, I can trust her a lot, so it's really fun.
Have you settled on a major? What are you studying? What's the first semester looking like for you?
I'm nursing right now, so I think I'm going to stick with that for a while and see where it goes.
Why? Any reason why nursing? Just an interest? What?
Yeah, I'm just interested in it. I was a CNA at the nursing home this summer, so I really enjoyed doing that, working with people, helping them out. So I thought I'd just try out nursing. So.
Well, congratulations on the win here this evening. Great game, and let's see if we can keep it rolling on Saturday at Doane.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Thanks, Gracie. That's Gracie Schoenhoven, and we can take the headset off just like a seasoned pro, and we'll get Bill Harmson. He'll have him take a seat beside me as well, and we'll wait a moment for him to get his headset on. And the Dordt defenders coming away with the 81-78 victory here this evening, and I would imagine the adrenaline pumps pretty good on a night like tonight, Coach Harmson, and it's hard to put maybe everything into perspective right after a game. I'm going to ask a few questions, and I'm not sure if you'll have the answers. Start of the contest, Northwestern gave you some trouble early on. What was it? Execution on your side? Was it something Northwestern was doing? What was the early start for your team?
Well, Mike, they flat out punched us in the mouth is how I'm going to refer to it. Man, they were really aggressive. They were far more physical than what we were in the paint. They pushed us out over any type of ball screen action, and they were just way more physical than we were to start the game. And so I was proud of the way we just kind of hung in there, right? We didn't get anything inside the paint in that first quarter. We didn't hit any shots from the perimeter. We got a couple things on the break, but that was about it. And so Northwestern coming into this game, scoring 24 points in the first quarter in our gym, we certainly weren't very happy with that effort.
You were able to get the second quarter. You were able to. First, you took a step back. You got down, I believe, by as many as 18.
Yep.
Then you were able to get it back to 8, and Bailey Beckman makes the 3 at the end of the half to get it back to 8. Feel like you had a little momentum going into halftime?
Yeah, the thing about this team, Mike, that people don't see, and so I'm going to give a little insider's look here. I went into the locker room at halftime, and man, there was no negativity. There was only positivity. They knew that we did not give Northwestern our best game in that first half, but we still, even though the ball didn't drop and we didn't really defend as well as what we would have liked, man, we still had a chance, right? And so with Beck hitting that 3, yeah, that was a little momentum coming into the locker room. Our execution before that wasn't great, but man, she hit a big 3. I was really happy with how we pressured Northwestern. That kind of turned things a little bit for us in the first half. We didn't get a chance to really do it a whole lot in the second half with Gracie having the foul trouble she did.
You limited Molly Shaney to 9 shots from the floor. That is not going to happen very often. The flip side, they had 2 players go for 18 that you're probably not counting on to score that way. But stopping Shaney, you don't let their best player beat you. I'm a firm believer that's a really good thing.
Yeah, and Shaney's a really tough guard. We did a much better job on her in the second half than what we did in the first half. Tried to get her off her spots a little bit more. They shot the ball extremely well. This is a 25% three-point shooting team, and here they shot 47. And so we're going to go back and look at it, and a lot of those shots, they were open. And so we gotta certainly address that as we proceed down throughout the season. But just huge plays down the stretch, lots of in-game adjustments that we had to make with this team, and man, it was just tremendous effort.
I thought the second half was pretty good basketball for being 4 weeks into the season. Both teams executed and did a lot of things right in the second half.
Yeah, we sure would have loved to have ended the game with 11 seconds with the ball on the sideline. We sure would have loved to have ended it there. But boy, Gracie came up with a huge steal on the sideline, and then to have that freshman in a packed gym step up and calmly hit 2 free throws was just really a special moment, and she'll never forget that. And so just tremendous plays, big plays down the stretch. And Northwestern is a very good team, and so to get these guys at our place, feel really good about that.
Coach, I will let you go. We'll see you down in Crete on Saturday.
Yes, sir, Mike. Thank you.
That's Coach Bill Harmson, and that's going to do it for the Wireless World post-game show. Let's step out for 3 minutes, and we'll get things restarted for the men's contest. Once again, our final, Dordt defeats Northwestern 81-78 in women's basketball. Back with more in 3 minutes.